everybody, I'm Jim McCabe, broadcaster of the Northeast Generals. Welcome to this edition of Generals TV. Right now I'm at the New England Sports Village. It's a pretty loud place, hope you can hear me. It's under construction, but this will be the future home of the Northeast Generals. This week they're at training camp up in Canton, Massachusetts. They're obviously not able to play here, so that's where they're holding training camp. Today we spoke to Northeast Generals head coach Ryan Erickson and filmed a little bit of today's training camp. Progressing through the third day of now the training camp, and I guess give me your general thoughts on how the camp is progressing so far.
You know, we had expectations that they were going to need a lot of work, which they do, but the one thing that we were very impressed with is they all came in ready to play. We're in great shape, so the conditioning has been very impressive, very surprising of how good. We knew they come in, thinking they were in good shape. But we've been back skating for 3 days, and they haven't flinched. They just asked for more, and it's really good. And then we've got the speed we thought we had is definitely there, and we're very excited about the team, the way it's progressed so far. The first 3 days have been outstanding.
So the final 2 days, tomorrow and Friday, is basically going to be more of the same as far as how the schedule will look.
Yeah, so the schedule for us has stayed similar. Kids are on the ice for 4 days, for 4 hours a day, and we're trying to push them to kind of breaking points and see what they're made of, so that we know what we got when times get tough. And every day I tell them ramping it up. Like Monday was a 1. Yesterday was a 3. Today's a 5. Tomorrow will be ramped up to a 7, and we'll see how high we can get it on Friday. But putting them through a lot of physical and mental exhaustion, and I know I feel it, and I'm not skating, so it's something we feel good about, and we feel that the schedule's very conducive to them getting acclimated to kind of the style that we're going to play, and the shape that they need to be in, and the physicality that we need from them. So, and part of that too is the last 2 days we've had a sports psychologist in here, working on team building and doing a lot of kind of hokey stuff that's awesome and that works, and the kids have really bought into it. So the schedule goes back a little bit normal, ramp up the gym time a little bit tomorrow, but the sports psychologist the last 2 days has been pretty phenomenal to augment with the ice.
And that was going to be one of the things I asked, was the off-ice stuff, obviously. Team building is you always talk about chemistry. How important is it to really work on that, this week, as opposed to the on-ice stuff?
Well, let's show them. Our goal all along was to come in this week, get the chemistry set, get the locker room set, and get it so that everybody understood kind of what their role in the locker room is, where they fit in, how they fit in, etc. So for us, getting that set on day 1 was huge. We did some off-ice stuff on day 1 to kind of work on the team building. And then we brought Jeff Levin in, the sports psychologist that I referred to yesterday and today, who has done an awesome job building the team. Both teams together, the NA3 team and the NA team. But we just named our other 2 assistant captains. So we named Anthony Mangano as an assistant captain, and we named Grant Wallinger as an assistant captain. So we feel we get 4 really good guys, really veteran presence that will bring good leadership to the team, and that's something that we were hoping we could get out of camp, was some leadership, and some kids have really stepped up, so it's been good.
They go along with who are the 2 captains right now?
So Colin Bielik wears the C, and Devin Pierce is the other assistant captain. So we have real strong leadership. It's a really good locker room. It's a lot of fun. Kids are having a really good time. We'll finish the week with a nice pool party down at my house on Saturday, and the kids are. We don't expect everyone to love each other, but we expect everybody to be willing to work for each other, and that's what we're getting so far.
I'm sure this won't be the first time we discuss the fact that you have this uniqueness of the NAHL and the NA3HL teams, under the same roof like this. How unique is that, versus other teams that it would just be the NAHL team, doing their own thing?
Yeah, we really wrestled with the fact that, we do have the two teams, and we decided to do a dual training camp, and, there's pros and there's cons to it, and we tried to limit the cons, and one of the big things that we took from it is we're getting to expose the NA3 kids to the level of play that they want to get to, while not alienating them and making it NA3 versus the NA. So the scrimmage that's going to go on in a few minutes is, it's a mixture of balanced teams. NA3 kids, NA kids are on the same lines, are the same thing off ice. They've been intermingled off ice in the groups, and because they're all good kids, they've all got the same goal. They all want to play at the highest level possible in college. And so for us to work a camp where the NA3 kids and the NA kids are both on the ice for 4 hours, but they also get their own practice times, and they get their own gym times, and they get their own times as well as intermingling. It's been pretty great, and that's where Harvey comes in, and my assistant coaches, and do a really good job of making sure the day stays on track and the kids are doing their stuff. So I think it's a win-win. We've already seen kids identify a couple of kids that if something happens, they could potentially make the jump and help us out sooner rather than later, a lot sooner than we thought.
Going back to what you were talking about with the conditioning, and you also mentioned the physicality. The NAHL East Division had teams last year that played a physical brand of hockey, and hearing from some of them thinking this season's going to be similar. Obviously, there's a lot of roster turnover, but are you expecting there a lot of physical battles when this season starts, and how much is that a factor in how you're trying to prepare them ahead of this season?
Yeah, we're expecting the league to be really physical. Johnstown's a very physical team. Mass and New Jersey and Wilkes-Barre are also physical teams, but our team identity and our team style, although it's still being worked out, we're not going to be the most physical team in the league. So what we're trying to do is, we always talk about every coach wants their team to be the best conditioned team in the league. It's a cliche, but it's a cliche for a reason. And I feel like we need to get in a little bit extra better shape to handle the wear and tear of the physicality that the other teams are going to possess. We're fast and we can skate. And we want to be able to skate through those hits, move through those hits in the third period so they don't slow us down, be ready to play, our best hockey in the third period. That's it's been a good trademark up to this point of my teams, but I've never coached in the NA, so I'm trying to make sure I make that transition that our teams are playing the best period of hockey in the third period. And I think part of that conditioning and part of that off-ice component that we're doing right now is to make sure the physicality is not an issue. We're able to battle through it, because the big thing about physicality is not only does it set a tone in the game, and that's fine as long as kids can just get up and get back into play, but it wears people down, and it wears the game down, it tires you out. So if we're ready and we're in condition, we'll be ready to handle it.
You're already dealing with one problem or injury on the NAHL roster, and Devin Pierce. What's his condition?
So Devin, he had an appendectomy. It was luckily before it burst, so it became a less serious, still serious issue. He'll be back on the ice in 2 weeks. He'll be ready to go. We miss his leadership. He's the captain for a reason. He's a 96. He's a Nashville boy, and he's got every stereotype that's good about Nashville as far as the mannerisms go. And he's really missed. And I think the hardest part for him is to see his teammates getting bag skated and him not being part of it, because he wants to be out there with the guys so bad. But he's here today at the rink, 2 days after surgery, and he's interacting with the boys and joking around. And it's a big loss, but he's a kid that we expect big top 6 minutes from. So for us, it's better to happen in August than happen in October, November, December. And so there's no loss, but we expect him to get fully cleared, I think, September 6th, and then he'll be practicing September 7th, and we'll wrap him up, and he'll be ready for Aston on September 16th.
Everybody else is no other major injuries or problems so far?
No, we get the kids blocking shots, and that's one thing we've kind of we've been really hard on them about, and you know, we got 2 kids nursing, you know, pretty sore foots, taking shots off the feet, and that's okay, and nothing broken and nothing bad, but you know, part of that is us teaching them how to block a shot correctly and how to, you know, take off the shin pad instead of their ankles because, you know, we're facing the wrong way. And you know, for us, nicks and bruises and bumps are going to happen along the way, and we got to make sure that that 5th line and that 4th line are ready to step up and fill those roles. And it's kind of good in camp when you get little nicks and bruises because you get to put kids in situations that, you know, maybe you didn't expect them to be in and see how they perform. So it's a good time to test.
And the Generals will play September 16th and 17th at Canton against the Aston Rebels to open up the 2016-2017 NAHL season before heading off to Blaine, Minnesota for the NAHL Showcase Tournament. And then they will have the rest of their season right here